Thank you for joining us today at Miniature Wargaming Labs. Today we'll be going over the Blackstone Fortress expansion, No Respite, or No Respite. I've heard it both ways. Now, in previous games and expansions, you've taken on your usual chaos villains, or baddies as the British call them. In this one, you'll be taking on the Death Guard. Now, for $60, you get the standard sprue of 3 Death Guard Marines and 6 Poxwalkers. These are the standard ones that seem to be coming in a lot of the boxes nowadays, but they're in gray plastic, which is different and fun. So I want to give you an example of, I've already had these figures before and I've painted some of them up. Now, with this game, you're going to get the standard triumvirate of boxes here. And it's going to be your fluff explaining how the Death Guard have now entered the Blackstone Fortress and are spreading plague. Something that really fits in the modern day theme today, and I know a lot of people are out there painting their plague walkers right now, Poxwalkers and Death Guard. So the fun thing about Blackstone Fortress is you can play it on solo mode if you really wanted to, and so you can sit alone in your house and play with your diseased spreading toys. Very appropriate in today's climate. Now, you're also going to get some new tokens and a new ship. So the idea is you've got to go find 4 little strongholds in a shrine and stop them from spreading disease. And you get a new ship here with Jokeros, which are little ape simian figures that are really good at fixing things and curing diseases. So in this game, you'll go down into the Blackstone Fortress. There's a new mechanic called Affliction, so you'll get sick while down there, and upon your return to the Blackstone Fortress, from the Blackstone Fortress, you'll go up to Precipice, you'll visit the Jokero, trade artifacts to them, and they'll cure you of the afflictions. It's an interesting little mechanic because it's not like wounds. It's not as reversible as a wound, but it gives you something, an extra step, an extra little challenge that you've got to confront as a resource management aspect of the game. So you got to go visit your little monkey friends and they'll cure you. Now, of course, you're going to get the standard assortment of new cards and initiative cards. Plague Marines will be added on. Now, if you don't want to play this mission or you've solved this mission, you can just mix these into your standard deck. But if you collect all the expansions up to this point, that deck starts getting pretty thick. So you'll probably want to watch out for that and really start getting a little choosy about what you put in there because it gets a little difficult to shuffle after a certain point. And of course, you get your mystery envelope card to be cracked open once you solve it. And there's something special about this one. From what I've been able to find out, the game only makes sense once you crack this open in some way. I haven't figured that out. But I mentioned that the Jokero are introduced, and they're a retinue character in this. So that means an extra little character that goes around. If you want the rules for including Jokero in games of Blackstone Fortress, you're going to want the issue 452 of White Dwarf. With that, your little monkey friend can follow you down into the Blackstone Fortress and help you out. And then you can go back up top and he can talk his other friends into healing you from whatever diseases you've got. So I was really conflicted about buying this set because it's $60 for miniatures I already have a couple sets out of, and they're like the cheapest entry-level ones out there. So if you're not into Blackstone Fortress, you're not even getting unique miniatures. This is probably the closest I felt that the Box Game Studios just really mailed it in. I mean, I enjoy the little Jokero and the Affliction aspect. That's fun. But I've gotten used to expecting new and special miniatures if I'm shelling out $60 for Blackstone Fortress. I'm a completionist, so I bought it anyway. If you're not really into Blackstone Fortress, or even if you are, this might be the set to walk away from. So, thank you for joining us today at Miniature Wargaming Labs, and we'll see you next time.